Hello, Hello, Giblet Supreme, PsyStarcraft here with another StarCraft 2 commentary. A Zerg versus Terran. If you want to watch me stream, I am streaming right now from 1 to 4 p.m. PST, twitch.tv/PsyStarcraft. The link is below in the description. My opponent in the bottom left is the red Terran named Stellumz. In the bottom right is myself, the blue Zerg, vilePsY. And it's a Zerg versus Terran. I forget what this map is called. I don't like it. I don't like this map because there's like so many things going on. There's so many things. There's like this area up here that's like droppable. There's a really big choke into the natural. There's like rocks going to the third, and then I don't even know. It's just a big gigantic mess, and I feel like it's not very good in Zerg versus Terran in these positions. Now, if there were cross positions like this, it might be okay. This is kind of it'd be shitty if a Terran was there as well, but I'll kind of show you why this game, why it was a struggle for me to get something done as far as these positions go, and tell me what you guys think about it. But anyway, did not release a video yesterday, took a little break there, and I also did not stream. I think I was too busy playing Kingdoms of Amalama Ding Dong, or whatever that's called. It's an okay game, you know. I probably won't play through it all the way. The alchemy is very monotonous. Going side to side collecting all those herbs is so damn boring. It's so easy too. I played it on hard mode and I can still just like one shot or two shot everyone with this fire ward spell or something like that. If you guys haven't played it, it might be worth your $60. Apparently the storytelling is really good, but there's just so many quests. They just dish out so many damn quests that's like, I stopped caring. I tried to get into the story. I tried to listen to every single NPC and talk to them, and be like, and get into the lore and be like, okay, so this is the city because there's dwarves and like there's these Fey guys. I don't know. And then I just started skipping everything because there's so many goddamn quests and NPCs. But the gameplay is not bad. Anyway, this is not Kingdoms of Amadeus. This is StarCraft 2. So let's get on with it. I did go for a 15 hatch. Pretty normal against Terran. You got to be careful for those 2-Rexes though. But you know what? I have not seen a 2-Rex in such a long time. And the reason is Hellions are so much stronger. And if you go 2-Rex and it fails, you're a little bit behind. If you go Hellions and fail, you're actually ahead. That's how good Hellions are. You can fail with them and still be way ahead. Let's turn some music on here. So we'll see what this guy chooses to do. I did send out 2 drones early on. One, because a lot of Terran players will try to cheese the bunker into the mineral line or something like that. And you want to get 1 drone on each side of the bunker, so when the SCV bounces around, you can still attack it. And 2, the natural is about to finish anyway, so I knew I could just use these guys as pretty much as a transfer anyway. So from Stellumz, we are seeing a weird little wall off here. It's not that unsafe because no Zerg players are going to pressure with Lings, you know, soon enough to exploit the lack of a wall off here. And we're seeing just a standard build. We're seeing the Barracks Reactor. He's going to swap on for Hellions, and a Command Center following it. And this gives him such great map control. It makes it really difficult for Zergs to be aggressive with any number of Lings, even with speed. And it makes it really difficult for Zergs to take a 3rd base. And I'm kind of noticing that, you know, every single Terran player I play is going to get Hellions. When I send my Lings out, they end up getting toasted anyway. I'm just going to use them to bust down rocks, you know, and I'm going to be working on these rocks, sending 1 to the tower, presumably. 3rd Queen is on the way for some injects. I did pull off gas after 100 because I want to get my drone economy going, possibly take a quick 3rd base, although it's pretty tough to take a 3rd base without roaches to deal with the Hellions. 2 Hellions are out right now. I wonder what the logic is behind making a supply depot wall as opposed to like a barracks wall. I guess because it makes add-ons more difficult and more vulnerable, and that's why you put the supply depots out there. It's a lot easier to lower your stuff and get your units out faster too, I suppose. But here come the Hellions. Here come the Hellions. I can't see them, but he's just going to run right in, see these Lings, and toast them all. And that's so annoying, man. That's a half a drone right there. And he's going to toast the creep tumor as well. That doesn't bother me as much. Oh, no, where are you going, Lings, you stupid fat ass? That doesn't bother me as much because this queen is an extra queen, so I can just keep laying down creep as much as I want anyway. Although this is not ideal spine positioning. I'd like it to be more in the center so he can't skirt along the outsides or anything like that. He's now at 4 Hellions. Oh, this bitch needs to get back. Look, I'm frantically clicking at the ramp. No, you fucking bitch! Not able to block the ramp with my queen, and 3 Hellions getting into my main without anything to stop them. Completely uncontested. I might lose so many drones here trying to get the squeeze off there, but that's not going to happen. And oh my gosh, he is just toasting everything, trying to transfer some drones to even out the mining. And 3 Hellions doing so much damage. Oh, some more Hellions coming into the base. One of them taking 2 stabs, so that one's going to go down really fast. A couple Lings have come out. 6 more drones as well. I'm trying not to over-Ling because I know I'm going to eventually kill these Hellions. And he kills 1 more drone. And the final Hellion goes down. So 6 Hellions, 5 of them getting into my base. And I end up losing 9 Harvesters. You know what? That's not too bad. It's actually not too bad. It's not good. The ideal number would be 0, but considering he got 5 Hellions into my main and all I had was like 4 Lings and a Queen to start out, that's not terrible. And I only have 12 excess Lings right now, so not too unhappy with that, but not too happy with it either. Stellumz now landing his command center at his natural. The harvester count is now 35 to 28. Looks like I am ahead, but you gotta remember mules are overpowered. So, yep, this Queen now getting ready with some more tumors, and he's poking his Hellions up, and he's got really good Hellion control. He sees the number of Lings I have, and he knows that he probably can't get up into the base. He's not even going to try, and as a result, he is ceasing Hellion production. He has swapped this factory onto the tech lab, and now he's starting in siege mode. So pretty solid Terran play right now. Yeah, what are you doing? Hey, attack the rocks. There you go, you little lazy-ass bitch. And there is no Roach Warren to be seen. There is a macro hatch going down. Macro hatches against Terran, might consider a 3rd base. And, you know, I'm busting down these rocks. But, you know, maybe that's not such a good idea. Because in a Zerg versus Terran, you want to expand away from your opponent. So busting down these rocks assumes that I'm going to be expanding right here, which is toward my opponent. It lets him use like this ramp and all these little tiny little things for tanks. Put some tanks here, just squeeze your Marines onto the ramp and stuff like that. So maybe it would be a better decision for me to not bust down the rocks, use it as a blockade, because he's not going to get anything done like sieging up right here. He might be able to shoot that hatchery, but it just wouldn't be worth it. And instead expand to here, something like that, where a Terran player has to kind of be more on the open field while he's attacking. So keep that in mind. A little bit later, you're going to see that because I do expand here right now, it's going to be kind of a weakness in my game. It's going to be a weakness, and you'll see how I try to overcome it. But anyway, 49 to 39 on the harvester count. I did skip roaches altogether, which might have been part of the reason those Hellions did so much damage. And now my Spire is almost complete. So once my Spire is complete, I'll feel pretty good. You know, even if he does push out with this huge Marine tank force, with a Spire you can usually stall for such a long time just by trying to poke at the tanks and, you know, go around back and stuff like that, you don't always have to have a substantial force, a force large enough to kill all of his units. So we'll see exactly how I manage that as well. I'm like foreshadowing a lot. I'm fucking J.K. Rawlings over here. J.K. Lawlings. Anyway, Stellumz is moving out. If we check out the unit count, 33 Marines, a couple tanks against just 10 meters and 34 Lings. Note, 34 Lings, not as good as 34 Marines. Now he is sieging up, and this is exactly what I mean. See how he can just kind of use this architecture to make my Lings run all the way through here, or all the way around to attack his tanks, and then he can just send a couple Marines up into here to kill my natural, or my 3rd base. So 3rd base is right here when a Terran is closer. Not great. Look how far he has to walk. Boop, he's there. That's it. That's a lesson. That's a lesson I have learned after this game. Not a great location for a 3rd base. Bust down these rocks. Take this 3rd base. Come on, man. Or take something far away. It will be more susceptible to drops. More susceptible to just like you know, Marines stemming up and going towards it. But we gotta remember, Zerg is a fast race. Zerg is a fast race. 52 to 43. 52 is fine saturation for 2 bases, but the problem is at this point in the game you want to be on more than 2 bases. Not good to be stuck where I'm at right now. 2 base to 2 base. He's got a nice little contain going on. He's now running up to kill some creep. Possibly, you know, would have harassed a base that was there as well, but it's hard to say how the game would have gone if I would have expanded there instead, and if I would have stopped those Hellions too. But, you know, I'm not doing terrible. Not doing terrible. Oh, looks like I am going to come around back, kill 1 tank, and then run out of there. I think that's a good decision. This many Marines can't really be dealt with just mass Ling or, yeah, just mass Ling and Muta. You need Infestors or Banelings, but I am going to go for the counterattack. He does raise his depots just in time, trying to focus down this depot with my Lings and Mutas getting in there. Only 2 Marines in the bunker, going to get surrounded on all these Marines, all these tanks. These Marines are going to come back and help. These Marines are 1-1 compared to my Lings being 0-0. They're almost 1-0. And now these Lings, oh no, that is a mess. Not controlling them as well as I should have. The Lings would have been dead either way, but they could have gotten into the main and done some damage to the SCVs. So poor Ling control right there. You know, was able to decoy him, to pull him back. This was a lot of pressure I was under, and I tried to break that pressure with a counterattack. Stellumz realizing, okay, I gotta stop this. This is too many units. I don't want to risk a base trade when I feel like I'm so far ahead, and he actually is far ahead right now. He's got his third base landed. My third base going up again, still not recognizing that expanding toward your opponent like this, so damn vulnerable. I mean, just imagining having this expansion and him having to, like, position his stuff out here and nice and wide open. It's like so juicy. It's just like a supple nipple that you want to suck the milk from. It's like, ugh. Ugh. Okay, calm down. Calm down, Psy. Calm down. Okay. Baneling's on the way with the centrifugal hooks, or I should say the centrifugal hooks on the way for the Banelings. Now, you know, on 2-base, you can't really fund Banelings and Infestors. You kind of have to get one or the other, because if you're getting both, you're not getting any mutas. And, oh, yep, there's that base about to finish. So, I don't know. Banelings are okay. I'm kind of torn about them. I think they suck. Banelings are so shitty. I mean, against this kind of force, yeah, you're going to need some kind of splash damage against the Marines, or like super uber upgraded Lings, but I don't have uber upgraded Lings. They only have one attack. Second attack on the way. But Infestors, not a bad idea. I think Infestors might be okay too, but we're going to see how I deal with these Lings. 16 drones on the way. Someone's feeling safe. That's going to put me at 67. All those drones probably going to go to the natural here, but Stellumz is moving out. This actually doesn't look like a big force. Now, is this really all he has? It actually is, and I don't know why his force is so small here, but yeah, I feel like I can take this down. Got a lot of Banelings up here with that speed. Got some Lings as well. Maybe if I had my... Oh, no, drones! Oh, I've lost 13 workers. If I had my mutas, like, right here, I could try to pick off a couple tanks. Am I going to go in? Yes, I am. Lings going in first. Banelings following. Mutas doing whatever they can. Banelings, you need to go down there and kill those Marines. Oh, connecting with some of them. Is this going to be it? Oh, what are you doing, Lings? Go help these poor mutas, you fat asses. And I am going to clean this up somehow. Taking a lot of damage to the hatchery. The hatchery almost going down. All these medevacs going to be destroyed as well. It's now 60 to 48 harvesters. I'm on 3-base, but he's on 3-base as well. Do not be deceived by the 48 harvesters, man. He's doing just fine. Great thing about mules is they're overpowered, for one. And also, they allow Terrans to have bigger armies in other races because so much of their supply isn't consumed by workers. So that's pretty cool. Even more missile turrets coming up, as well as a sensor tower. So spending, maybe this is why his forces were so small. He's getting way too many missile turrets. Only 2 there, but he's got 5 there. And I guess the reason for this is because his base is close to my base now. So he's got to think of the positioning of his expansions as well, and throwing down a lot of turrets and a bunker even. I'm not going to be able to do anything to that. Finally busting down these rocks here. +1 Lings and +2 mutas aren't going to have any problem busting those down. Creep spread still trying to get active. A little bit of spread going on there. No gas right here. I've actually got 4 on this guy's, or none on this guy's. So that's a bit of a mistake. So much pressure happening at this base. I guess I don't want to look at it. I don't want to be like, hatchery, I'm sorry for putting you there. I should have put you somewhere else. But not looking too bad. 3-3 on the way for Stellumz, though. That's going to be deadly. And he's still on 3-base. If I can get this 4th base up and running, maybe get some Infestors out, I'll be in great shape. Because, you know, at this point, when your opponent reaches the number of upgrades he's at, you kind of need T3 or Infestors or upgrades. You need something to match those upgrades. You can't just keep going Ling, Muta, Baneling and expecting it to beat 3-3 Marines. One of the most deadly upgraded units in the game. 2 Marines actually pushing away these Mutas. If I would have taken a closer look at it, I would have realized I could have just killed all these Marines, done some damage to the SCVs, but again, I'm kind of playing a bit evasive right now because I do realize what his upgrades are, and because he's been putting so much pressure on me, I just assume like, oh, these mutas are dead. Thor getting some nice blasts in there, and oh my goodness, oh, so many mutas going down. That is not good. And again, just using this architecture, map architecture, just siege up in a nice location and then just move up with his Marines and his Thors. Looks like this base is about to go down, and another counterattack coming. I don't know. This is a really small force. I don't know if a counterattack's the right move in this situation. This hatchery is going to go down as well as the macro hatchery. And going in with the Lings, with the Banelings, with the Mutas. Going to try to take out this bunker. Got to be careful magic boxing these Mutas. And I am going to get in there. Oh my gosh, this is such a small force. I never realized this at the time. But this counterattack looks like it might do just as much damage. Catching a lot of units on the right side. Banelings going who knows where. Don't want to go for that third. That's pretty heavily defended. So I might want to just go for the natural here. And looks like I will be doing that. These Banelings, are they going to crash into the SCVs? Yes, killing almost every single SCV at the natural base. He's forced to pull all of his units back. Supply count now 134 to 113. Ling's just kind of chilling down here for the flank. That's exactly what I was doing. This is not a mistake. I actually had the foresight to do this. In come the Lings. There are no Banelings, though. These Marines are going to kite back to the support of these tanks. And in go all of the Lings. No, I am going to pull back. Nice pullback right there. You don't want to get involved with those nasty tanks. But he's got a nice little fortification here in his main, so it looks like this will be cleaned up eventually when you consider his upgrades. 3-2, almost 3-3, doing a lot of damage though. Got to remember, this hatchery is down and I'm still trying to run off that base. Harvest count of 38 to 47, almost every single Muta dying. Got some rallied Mutas here, but again, his upgrades, his units have longer lasting potential and his upgrades are great. His factory ground dudes have +2 attack. So I've really got to outmaneuver him at this point. I do have 3 base to his kind of 2 base. He's not running off too much right here, but look at my mineral economy, man. Oh, my natural and my main are mined out. Only running off of this base. I need to throw down another hatchery immediately, but at the same time, I'm getting pressured here. If we check out the units, he's got 33 Marines fully upgraded, 4 tanks against 10 Banelings, 15 Mutas, and 35 Zerglings. Here come my force from the top, trying to catch 2 of his tanks on siege. Not the worst engagement in the world. Not really magic boxing these Mutas, but it's only a single Thor. These Banelings trying to get some hits on the Marines. It looks like they will get several hits, and the Thor goes down. Marines all go down. Oh no, the Marines were about to go down, but no. He is going to chase my Mutas away. Will I finish off this tank? Yes, I do. Now I can run to the support of the spines. 5 more Mutas, 8 more Lings on the way, but these Marines just bulldozing straight through that spine, man. And it's not looking good for me. I just don't have much of an economy right now. My food count is falling and trying to transfuse Queens and Mutas and whatever I can. But with the support of these medevacs, these Marines are just too much. And this is going to be it. You can see I'm not really producing anything at all. I'm trying to get 4 more Mutas, but the upgrades are just so crazy. Didn't really keep up. I was just struggling so hard to keep this base the entire game that I couldn't keep up on upgrades. I couldn't really get infestors or T3. It just wasn't happening, so I did end up losing that game. So yeah, you can see I say the map is shit, but big mistake expanding here. Let me know what you guys think. Like, I don't watch pro games that often, especially on these kinds of maps, so I don't know what an expansion like this means against a Terran in this location, but I'm assuming this would have been a much better one to take a lot sooner. You know, expand up here, try to keep some overlords in this area to prevent drops, and you end up playing a normal game that way. The Hellion run by was pretty nasty too. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Giblet. Thanks for watching.